Hello everyone, myself Mrugendra Bhojraj Poddar, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmaceutics at Shri Vele Parle Kelavani Mandal, Institute of Pharmacy Dhule, affiliated under Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University, Lonere, District Raigad. In this video, I am going to discuss about size reduction part 2. Disclaimer: this presentation is made for education purpose only and not meant for any commercial interest. The information provided in the presentation by presenter is taken from his own personal experience and understanding and from the references quoted at the end of presentation. Learning objectives: after completion of video, the student should able to learn about factors affecting on size reduction. There are various factors will affect on size reductions. Some factors are related with raw materials, some factors are related with finished products, factors related to safety and factors related to economy. After that, principle involved in hammer mill, construction of hammer mill, working, that is the mode of operation of hammer mill, applications, advantages and disadvantages of hammer mill. Now we discuss about the factors affecting on size reductions. There are many factors will affect on size reductions, like factors related to raw materials, factors related to finished products, factors related to safety and factors related with economy. First, we'll discuss about the factors related to raw materials. In that first factor is hardness. Harder the material is more difficult to reduce its particle size than soft material. But if the hard material is brittle in nature, then the size reductions may present. There is no special problems. For size reductions, an arbitrary scale of hardness has been devised called as Mohs scales. The range of Mohs scale is 1 to 10. If the hardness is 1 to 3, then the material is considered as a soft. If the hardness is between 3 to 7, then the material is considered as an intermediate. And if the range between above 7 as per Mohs scales, then the material will consider as a hard material. Next, abrasiveness. Generally, abrasiveness is a property of hard material, particularly those of mineral origins like iodine. Iodine is a abrasive in nature. The limits the type of machinery that can be used. During grinding of some very abrasive substances like iodine, the final powder may get contaminated due to wear off of the milling parts. That's why the contaminations will take place. So as abrasiveness increases, will difficult for size reductions. Next, toughness. Toughness is often more important than hardness, so that a soft but tough material may present more problem in case of size reductions than hard material. But brittle substances, the crude drug of fibrous natures like glycyrrhiza, rauwolfia, ginger are generally tough in nature. They cannot be crushed by pressure or impact. They must be treated by cutter or knife. So as toughness increases, difficult for size reductions. Next, stickiness. It is a property of gum, waxes and resinous substances. Those become soft in nature and plastic during milling. These material are chilled before milling. Such materials are milled using hammer mill, colloidal mill or fluid energy mill. Next, moisture content. The presence of moisture in the material influence a number of its properties such as hardness, toughness or stickiness, which in turn affect the particle size reductions. If the material which contain greater than 5% moisture, then it is difficult for size reductions due to produces a sticky mass. If the material which contain moisture is below than 5%, which is suitable for dry grinding. Basically that dry grinding is used for formulations of tablet and capsules. And if the material which contain 5 to 50% moisture, then which is suitable for wet grinding. Wet grinding will use for the formulation of suspension or emulsion. Next factor, hygroscopic and solvated materials. The materials like potassium carbonate will absorb the moisture rapidly. This results into the formation of wet mass that sticks, bind or clog with the mills. And these materials are proceed in closed system such as porcelain ball mill. Materials like sodium sulfate and other hydrate material having ability to liberate the water during actual size reductions will take place, which cause the clogging of mill will take place. So due to hygroscopic property and some materials having solvated materials, so that's why little bit difficulty for size reductions due to wettability or moisture content, stickiness, etc. Next factor, thermolability. Thermolable substance are those substances which will produce the heat during actual size reductions. Due to that heat, the degradation reaction such as hydrolysis, oxidation get accelerated in presence of moisture and atmospheric oxygen. Most of vitamins and antibiotics are milled by using fluid energy mill or ball mill due to closed system. Next, material structure. There is special structure may cause the problem during size reductions. For example, vegetable drugs which have cellular structure generally produce the long fibrous particles on its size reductions. So these are the factors which are related with raw materials. Like as hardness increases, difficult for size reductions. As if the substance is abrasive in nature like iodine, difficult for size reductions. Toughness, due to toughness, difficult for size reductions. Stickiness, due to the stickiness, again they will affect on size reductions. Due to moisture content, it will difficult for size reductions. Due to hygroscopic and solvated nature of material, again there is a difficulty for size reductions. And thermolability, those material having ability to create heat during size reductions, that's why again difficult for size reductions. And again size reductions will depends on material structure. Now we'll discuss about the factors will affect on finished products. Finished products indicates as after size reduction. There are some factors like particle size, ease of stabilization and contaminations. These are factors related with finished products. In that first, the particle size. If the extreme size control is necessary, it may be essential to recycle the larger particles. This can be achieved by screening the discharge material and return the oversized particle for second time milling. Moderately coarse or coarse powders with minimum of fine powders are easily obtained using a high speed impact mill. easy of sterilization. When when the preparations are intended for parenteral or ophthalmic use, then the size reduction should be conducted in sterile environment. The equipment should be sterilizable. Ball mill and fluidized energy mill are suitable for sterilization purpose. Next, contaminations, that is contaminations of mill materials. In the case of potent drugs or those having a low dose products, the contaminations of products should be avoided. Use of equipments that is free from wearing of mill parts is preferred. Fluid energy mill is suitable for this purpose. Some factors are related with safety like explosivity, irritability and toxicity. The factors related to safety are explosivity, irritability and toxicity. During size reductions, the fine particles of drug arises which may becomes flammable in nature under some conditions. The explosion hazards of non-metallic materials like sulfur, starch are often appreciable. Metal powder pose a hazards because of their flammability. The useful precautions during size reductions of such materials are to isolate the mill and use of non-sparking material of construction. Basically, the stainless steel has been sparking tendency than ordinary steel or forging. Next factors will affect related with economy. Cost, power consumptions and space. These are the factors which are related with economy. Cost, power consumptions, space and labor cost are some factors those which are related with economy, which will determine during the selection of mill for size reductions. In case of cost, in processing of size reductions constitutes a major portion of cost. On other hand, during the drug materials are expensive and processed in relatively small quantities. The contributions of grinding to the total cost is smaller. Hence, the choice of machines or equipment is usually made on technological rather than economic grounds. Where the particle size control is not critical, the cost decided the type of equipments. In general, the cost of size reductions increases as the particle size decreases. Therefore, it is economically undesirable to reduce the particle size to a finer degree than necessary. Power consumptions, there are some different equipments which will require more power like fluid energy mill as compared to other. In case of space, ball mill required minimum space as compared to others. So some factors are related with economy. Next, now we'll discuss about the methods of size reductions. We discussed before the modes of size reductions, by which mode the actual size reductions will take place, like impact, attrition, compression and cutting. Now we'll discuss by which method the size reductions will take place. Basically, there are two methods of size reductions, like first is precipitation method and second is mechanical method. In case of precipitation method, the substance is dissolved in appropriate solvent and subsequently it is precipitated by addition of another solvent which is miscible with the first, but in the latter substances is insoluble. This precipitation method is suitable for production of raw materials and bulk drug. Preparation of inorganic chemicals such as calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate by precipitation method. while second method is mechanical method. In case of mechanical method, here we required actual mechanical strength for size reductions. As we know, the larger particles will convert into the smaller particles by applying stress. So here actual mechanical stress is required for size reductions. There are two types of grinding will take place in case of mechanical method. First is dry grinding and second is wet grinding. In case of dry grinding, the dry grinding is used for the production of tablet as well as capsule. Dry grinding indicates as the material which contain less than 5% of moisture, then it is called as dry grinding. While wet grinding indicates as the material or during size reductions which contain the moisture in between 5 to 50%, then it is called as wet grinding. Wet grinding basically used during the production of suspension, emulsion or ointments. So there are different methods like precipitation methods and mechanical methods for size reductions. Now we'll discuss that chart will indicates as the classification of size reductions equipment. That chart will reflect the general characteristic of various types of mill. As per our syllabus, there are some mills like hammer mill, ball mill, fluid energy mill, edge runner and end runner mill. That chart will reflect some characteristic like principle, product size, uses and disadvantages of particular mill. For example, hammer mill. Impact is a principle which involve in case of hammer mill. Size reductions will take place in hammer mill which is based on impact. After size reduction, we'll get the particle size that is 4 to 325 mesh. Almost hammer mill is used for all type of drug for size reduction, and hammer mill is not suitable for abrasive materials like iodine. Same way, the ball mill, fluidized energy mill, end runner and edge runner mill. Like in case of ball mill, the attrition and impact will takes place. We'll get 20 to 200 mesh particle size, used for brittle drug, not used for soft material. In case of fluidized energy mill, attrition and impact will take place. We'll get the 1 to 30 micrometer particle size. Fluidized bed mill will use for moderately hard and friable material, and this mill is not used for soft and sticky material. While edge runner and end runner mill, here the crushing or shearing, that is compression and shearing, will involve. After size reductions, we'll get 20 to 80 mesh particle size. For almost all type of drug will utilize for size reduction in case of that mill. Sticky material will not suitable for size reduction in edge runner and end runner mill. Now we'll discuss about the different size reduction equipments like hammer mill. Before that, there are some general parts of size reduction equipments, some basic components of size reduction equipments in each mill, like a hopper. Hopper is a structure for feeding materials to the mill. Next is milling chamber is there, where the actual size reductions will take place. It consists of rotor and stator, and discharge receiver is there, from which after size reductions we collect the material. Apart from that, there are some additional accessories like sieves, cyclone separator for the purpose of size separation, and dust collector. We discuss in detail hammer mill. As per your syllabus, hammer mill is very important. Before that, the question always asked on hammer mill, the question is like that: write the principle, construction, working, application and advantages and disadvantages involved in hammer mill. So in case of principle, we need to discuss about by which method, by which mode the actual size reductions will take place. Under the heading of construction, you have to draw the diagram of particular mill. You have to enlist the various parts of that particular mill, and you have to mention the role of each part of that mill. You have to draw a label diagram of that mill, write the working as a flow chart or step by step. After that, you have to mention 4 uses or applications of that particular mill, and also you have to mention 4 advantages and 4 disadvantages of particular mill. So we'll discuss with principle of size reduction, principle of hammer mill in case of size reduction. So first, in hammer mill, the impact will take place. Impact is a principle which involves in hammer mill. The hammer mill will operate on the principle of impact between rapidly moving hammers and the materials. Impact will take place, that is bombarding will take place, collisions will take place, that's why the size reductions will take place. So impact between rapidly moving hammers in case of hammer mill, when the material will comes in contact between the rapidly moving hammers and materials, then and then impact will take place, that's why the size reductions will take place. That is nothing but the principle involved in case of hammer mill. Next, construction. If you observe the diagram of that hammer mill, there are 4 basic structure, there are 4 main parts of that hammer mill. First is delivery device called as hopper. Second is rotor, which will rotate having a central shaft. Next is hammer. These are nothing but the different shape and different shapes hammer, different numbers of hammers, and a perforated plates at the end like a screen. We'll discuss the construction. See, there are numbers of hammers. Hammers are suspended from rod like structure which are running parallel to the central shaft through the rotor disc. The hammers carried out the functions of smashing or reduce the particle size of ingredients in order to reduce their particle size. Hammers are usually made up of stainless steel. 2 basic shapes of hammers like stirrups and the bar shape hammers may present. Hammers blade either flat edge or sharp edge or both, which as per the requirement. If we want fine particles, so we use sharp edges of hammer. If we want coarse particles, so we use flat edges of hammer. There are 2 types of hammer. First is rigid, which is fixed at positions, and free swinging type of hammer which will rotate it at their axis. The hammers are allowed to be continuous motion. The hammers will rotate it at different speed, that is 8000 to 15000 rpm. The speed will control, which is depends on which type of materials we want. If it is coarse particles, so we operate at low speed or minimum speed. If we want fine particles, so we operate at high speed. These rotating hammers beat the material to obtain smaller particles, those which will pass through the skin. Due to that tangential exists, the size of particles is considerably smaller. Again, the fitness of products can be regulated by rotor speed. As I tell, as per our requirement, we maintain the speed of rotor as per our requirement. Feed rate, if we increase the rate of feed, you will get coarse particles, size reductions will be decreases. As the rate of feed will increases, size reductions will be decreases. After that, clearance between the hammer and grinding plates, number and type of hammers, how many numbers of hammers and which type of hammer is this will depends on size reductions, that is fitness of products. and screen size. If we want coarse particles, so we utilize coarse sieves. If we want finest particles, we use finest sieves. That is nothing but the construction. I repeat once again, there are different parts like hopper, the motor, rotor having a central shaft is there, number of hammers and perforated plates. Now we'll discuss about the working of hammer mill. If you shown that figure with animations, see, first feed the hopper with material, those we want to go for grinding. Feed the material in hopper. There is a scraper which is utilized for the flow of feed, or which will control the rate of feed in particular milling chamber. When we switch on the equipment, when we switch on the motor, then central shaft will rotate. As central shaft will rotate, that connected hammer, bar like hammers, number of hammers will also rotate. As shaft will rotate, the hammers will also rotate at high speed or low speed depending as per our requirements. During rotation, when the particles come in contact with that hammer, then actual smashing will take place, actual impact will take place, actual collision will take place between the material and rotating hammers, and that's why the size reductions will take place. And at the end, after size reductions, when larger particles will convert into the smaller particles, then that particles will easily pass from that perforated plates or screen, then and then you will get desired particle size. That is nothing but the working of hammer mill. We'll discuss again one by one. First, motor start. Switch on the equipment. As switch on the equipment, the central shaft will rotate. As central shaft will rotate, the hammers, number of hammers will also rotate. As per our requirement, we decide the speed. If we want coarse particles, we operate at minimum speed. If we want finest particles, we operate maximum speed. After that, feed the material in hopper. Milling the hammers. After feeding, the scraper is used for control the flow of materials in milling chamber. In milling chamber, the actual size reductions will take place. Actual impact will take place in between materials and hammer. Swing out radially. Hammers will swing when they will rotate. Then brittle fractures will take place. Flaws will take place due to the stress, due to the mechanical force. Larger particles which shows little bit brittle fractures. That's why impact will take place when the collision between material and particular rotatory hammers will take place. Then brittle fractures will observe. That's why the size reductions will take place. After size reductions, the particles are retained by the screen, which will collected at the screen, which is at the end called as perforated plates, and that particles after size reductions will passes through the meshes, that is nothing but screen, and will get to obtain a desired particle size. If some particles still it is coarse in nature, not complete size reductions will take place, that particles again will comes in contact with hammers, again size reductions will take place, recycle the procedure same as it is till the desired particle size will get. That is nothing but the working of hammer mill. Now we'll discuss the uses of hammer mill, that is applications of hammer mill. There are various applications of hammer mill. First, it is obtained the fine to moderate grinding. By using hammer mill, we'll get fine particles to moderate particles after size reductions, which is depends on the speed of hammer. Second, hammer mill is suitable to mill, that is size reduction, for brittle as well as non-abrasive to moderately abrasive materials, as well as hammer mill is used for milling of dry materials and wet filter press cakes. So various types of materials may use for size reductions in case of hammer mill. Just abrasive materials like iodine will not use for size reduction in case of hammer mill. Advantages of hammer mill. There are many advantages of hammer mill is there. First, easy to set up, easy to dismantle and easy to clean. Second advantage, it is very simple to install and operate. The operation is continuous. After completion of size reductions, further addition of material from hopper, then that's why this operation is continuous. Many different types of material can be grind, like brittle material, non-abrasive materials or little bit abrasive materials. Dry materials may grind with the help of hammer mills. Another advantages of hammer mill is the particle size of material to be reduced can be easily controlled by changing the speed of rotor, by changing the type of hammer like sharp or flat hammer, shape of hammer and size of the screen, either coercives or finessives. So with the help of type of hammer, with the help of shape of hammer, with the help of speed of rotor and the size of screen, we easily reduce the particle size will be controlled. Small space is required for hammer mill. As operated in closed environment, so the dust can be reduced and explosion hazards can be minimized after applications of hammer mill. Next, there are some disadvantages also. First is at high speed causes the generation of heat. Some of the materials which having a thermoliable materials, so at high speed it will causes the generation of heat. Due to that heat, they will create little bit moisture. Again, it will affect the thermoliable materials containing gums, fats and resins. Another disadvantages of hammer mill, the rate of feed is controlled. Otherwise, block the mill and result decrease in efficiency and damage. That's why the scraper is required. The role of scraper is to control the rate of feed. If we control, then and then proper size reductions will take place. Otherwise, the quantity of feed will be increases in milling chamber. That's why there is a chances of blocking of mills, which shows the decrease in efficiency and damage the mills. So that is another disadvantages of hammer mill. And last, it is noisy during operation. When it will operate, it will create a noise. These are some references which are used during presentation. Thank you so much.